Hey everyone, Abigail Ruth here. So I want to talk about ads in this video, and while there are obviously countless ways to advertise your business online, paid traffic is definitely one of my favorites, but I also generate a lot of free traffic, a lot of free leads, and I automate that as and where as much as I possibly can. But when it comes to having an image for one of my ads, we've kind of gone through an array of different ads. And this is one that I was using quite recently. Is a picture of myself there and my son Joe, who's also my business partner. And we would obviously have our writing for our ad up top, but we would include a picture of us on the ad. That we found got better results than having something more generic like that with our the domain that we were using at the time just for the business. Um, so this kind of ad will work. I'm not going to say it won't, but the more personalized you can make it, definitely the better. And as you can see, slight variations on that, and they're taking out the red line as well. Just trying out different things. This was what we had in our signature file on our email. This is a great ad as well for paid traffic. If you're putting an ad out in, say, a newspaper or some kind of publication, physical publication, then this is a really, really great ad. Very, very effective indeed. This is one of our favorites. And when we were just building the business, we had the 10bucksbiz.com. But now if you go to 10bucksbiz.com, it will reroute you through to our Endless Wealth plan, which has the business on the front end, and then it has the marketing system, and then it has the traffic. So it's all tied in together anyway. This was another ad, Best Paid Biz. This was actually for one of our team members. We had an ad done for them, but it was just a case of swapping out the domain in there. So yeah, we automate these ads. We don't manually post them, but these sort of ads are pretty effective for things like Facebook groups. There's countless make money online groups on Facebook or home-based businesses, and these ads are great for that. Sometimes we would do what's called a blind ad, and obviously we never mention the company name on that. Because it's our domain that's on there, but when we do a blind ad, obviously we wouldn't mention anything at all and ask people to ask for info or to inbox us for more information. And then that also creates a lot of engagement on the ad. And every time someone, excuse me, I knew I was going to sneeze. Every time somebody clicks like or comments on it, then that bumps that ad back up in the group. So actually blind ads work very well like that. Or they can just go straight to the website. We always have a clickable link in the description. So, this is an array of some of our ads. This is Michael in our team, and he took it a step further because Infinity Reloaded paid for him to go on a trip to Benidorm. And being from the UK, that was a really nice trip for him and his wife. So he actually had a t-shirt made, which was fantastic. And there you can see on the back, got his domain on there and everything. So things like that, you can advertise as you're just walking around doing your thing from day to day, out and about. So it's a really, really good way of doing it as well. There he is again in Benidorm. And again in Benidorm. And then he created his own little ad, like posting something like this with a clickable link in the description and maybe a few words above it is a lot more effective than something generic like the earlier ones I was showing you. And then again, we took it a step further. I like personalizing an ad so people can see you. Obviously, doing a video ad is even more effective, especially if you're using paid traffic. That's very, very effective. But here's a little tip I actually learned along the way in this internet marketing journey, and that is when people see a quote, and this is an actual Tony Robbins quote, but when people see a quote with a celebrity next to it, they associate that quote with the person in that quote. And a really good way of doing that as well is using a quote from somebody like Tony Robbins. Maybe you really like Jim Rohn's quotes, things like that. But putting that on a picture of yourself but obviously crediting the person in the image who said the original quote. That's a really good one. We're finding even more so. We're getting better results from this ad. But as I said, I'm not manually posting this ad. I use a little software. I'll put the link in the description below for that. That it's very, very cheap actually, but you can use it across multiple social media accounts. And not just for Facebook, you can use it for Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And it'll automate putting ads out. And it's really good actually, because you can extract group members, and you can also send them messages to them via this little app. So it's a really great handy software, but it's just another way of generating leads without putting in the time to manually post ads or manually contact people. You can have so much of it done with the app itself, or with the program itself. So as I said, I'll put a link in the description for that one, but this is a really, really effective ad. We're getting a lot more opt-ins from this ad than any of the others we've used before. So if you're putting out an ad in Facebook groups and you're just using a generic company one, stop doing that. Use a picture of yourself, get a quote that you resonate with, that you really like, have that put on an image, and then use that as the image for your ads. That's a really effective way of doing it, and it personalizes and brands you at the same time. So that's a really good tip that I learned along the way. Here again, this is what we would call a blind ad. Yeah, you comment info to find out more. You don't put a link on there. You don't say anything about what it is as such. You just give a little bit of a taster of what it could be, what it is. So yeah, this would be a blind ad. Again, these are very effective and work much better than just putting everything all out there. Let's see. Yeah, here's another one, although this isn't a blind ad. But again, here's definitely another tip. Always have a clickable link in your description, because people will always want the shortest possible path. They don't want to have to go to Google and type in www.10dollardream.com, and then there's always a risk of spelling errors, or hitting the wrong character without realizing it, and then it goes nowhere. So always have a clickable link for your ads as well. But as I said, we use many different traffic sources, but we get a constant flow of leads coming in every day from doing ads like this. We have leads coming in every day from making YouTube videos. We have leads coming in every day from posts that we might do on our Facebook wall. We have leads coming in every day from paid traffic as well. So it's just really a case of utilizing everything that you can. And if you haven't got any money, then doing lots of things like this, making YouTube videos, is a great way to do it. And if you've got a budget, or you can take some of your profits from what you're making and put that back into paid traffic as well. Because really that's what it comes down to, is getting people to your capture page. And some will and some won't. And as the saying goes, some will, some won't, so what? So if you go through enough numbers and you help the people that want to get started and help them to duplicate, then they can get great results as well. So I hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one, and have a fantastic Saturday. Bye for now.